What is up, DS3 TV? We are back for another video. This one is our Hermit Crabs OP. And yeah, let's see if we get to find out the answer if Hermit Crabs are OP. So let's see. Also, subscribe to the channel. I want to get 2,000 subscribers by my birthday, September 13th. And also, thank you guys for supporting me this far. I don't really know. I mean, still don't really know if I'm gonna reshoot um, what's it call it, the Q&A video. I think I am because it's been a lot more questions that came in recently. And if you still want to put a question in, it's like on the post, on one of my posts or whatever that I put on YouTube. So yeah, and also yeah, follow my Twitch. It's Diana Goddess, 4 S's, is in the link in the description down below. And yeah, let's get into it. Also on Twitch, I usually I play a lot of Valorant. Also, we're playing playing through Blair Witch. So kind of fun. If you want to stop by and see about that, we're gonna have some Minecraft on there too a little bit later, and also gonna start doing role play on like doing GTA role play servers. So yeah, should be pretty fun, and gonna get some more games probably at some point, but just kind of getting started doing that, and yeah. But let's get into it and.
At first glance, beaches may seem like one of the most relaxed, casual biomes in the entirety of the game. But upon further analysis, it becomes clear that beaches are just as intense a battleground as every other biome. The fight for survival
I always forget about mud skippers, that they're like an actual animal. I just don't think about them at all until like I see them.
never stops, and so, of course, there have been a wide variety of strategies and builds that players have come up with to give themselves the best odds. In particular, the beach's lack of plant cover makes stealth strategies less effective, which in turn creates an essential need for other ways of avoiding attacks from predators, especially aerial predators. Crustaceans in particular are at a pretty big disadvantage, as they don't have the best terrestrial movement speed and don't fare very well in single combat against birds. However, there is one build that has developed a unique strategy to give itself better survival odds: the Hermit Crab. So, crabs as a whole aren't all that powerful. In fact, because of their extremely low skill floor, they're a bit of a noob trap, which is why you see so many cases of players speccing their characters into the exact same set of abilities, without ever actually becoming a dominant meta threat. Still, crab-like builds do tend to have decent base stats, particularly in the realm of defense and power. So with that in mind, you might be surprised to learn that hermit crabs are well below the norm in both of these areas. Compared to similarly sized crustaceans, their crushing vice grip attack is nothing special, a little on the weak side in fact. And while most crustaceans have a tough, calcified exoskeleton that functions as sturdy armor against a variety of attacks, hermit crabs are one of the few crustacean builds with a very obvious, unarmored weak point that can be attacked for massive damage. However, as you might have guessed, simply looking at the hermit crab's base stats is a bit misleading. The hermit crab's signature ability, Armor Scavenge, more than makes up for this weakness, as it allows the hermit crab to significantly boost its stats to levels that would be otherwise unattainable. The stat this ability's effects are most concentrated in is defense. While the hermit crab's defense stat is one of the lowest in the game when unequipped, as long as they've managed to secure a nice shell, their defense jumps to one of the highest in the game, essentially matching the stats of the shell's original owner. The most desirable shells are those of snails, though clam and scallop shells can also do the job. As long as the hermit crab has found a shell to equip, it can block most attacks with ease. Normally, defense stats this high would require extreme investment of evolution points, and would necessitate some serious min-maxing in order to be viable. However, the hermit crab is able to maintain pretty well-rounded stats through the use of this ability. It's not just defense that can be buffed via the armor scavenge ability though. The wide selection of patterns and coloration available among different shells means that a hermit crab can pick and choose what sorts of environments they would like to receive a stealth bonus in. Smooth, lightly colored shells will offer bonus camouflage on the beach, while the darker, more jagged shells will offer better camo in reefs. Swapping between shells isn't the only way hermit crabs can augment their stats to fit their playstyle though. The shells themselves can be augmented to boost certain stats even further. One particularly advanced technique is equipping sea anemones to the surface of the shell, allowing the hermit crab to deal venom damage.
I mean, I guess that would be a very, good resource to use, though, because think about it. Just being able to change out and, you're basically able to self-camouflage it. You can camouflage yourself pretty easily as that goes along, right? Yeah, it's a pretty good, stealth thing, but, when you don't have a shell, that's going to be, probably the most, afraid that you're going to be the whole time of your crab life, honestly.
On contact. This is important because the hermit crab's basic attacks tend to be pretty mediocre on their own. This isn't universally true, as the coconut crab, a variation of the hermit crab build, packs one of the strongest crushing grips in the entire game. Strong enough, in fact, that coconut crabs actually drop the armor scavenge ability once they reach size big enough to rely solely on their claws for defense. However, this is an exception, and also something coconut crabs only unlock at high levels. Before that, their game plan is identical to regular hermit crabs, meaning these absolute powerhouses still rely on the armor scavenge ability in order to maintain meta relevancy. Upgrading the hermit crab stats with good shells and add-ons can make or break the viability of the hermit crab build. Unfortunately, securing a proper shell is becoming more and more difficult in the current meta. In part, this is due to the acidification of the ocean, which is a huge nerf to the viability of snails because it causes their shells to partially dissolve. And with less players spawning in as snails, this in turn means more competition for those shell drops. But on top of this, choosing a good shell is getting harder due to an influx of plastic garbage polluting all the best looting areas.
Yep, so that means stop freaking polluting the freaking oceans. You sick freaks. Stop doing it, alright? Put your litter in the freaking trash can, okay? Put your litter in the trash can. Do not leave it out. It's not hard to throw away your stuff, alright? It's not hard to throw away your stuff.
Now, while hermit crabs are adaptable, and in some cases can even turn this into a win, plastic shells simply are inferior to the calcium shells dropped by defeated gastropods. But when the resource pool is constantly diluted with these low-quality drops, it's hard for builds with low intelligence like the hermit crab to consistently separate shell from trash. Ultimately, this is not a problem the hermit crab mains should be subjected to. And to be honest, compared to other beach-dwelling builds, hermit crabs have it pretty good. The abundance of garbage on beaches can be hugely damaging to less adaptable builds, and something needs to be done. This is why I joined Team Seas, an initiative started by some of the best creators on the internet. Our goal is to remove 30 million pounds of trash from the ocean, and to do that, we need your help. It's quite simple, really. Each dollar donated equates to 1 pound of trash deleted from these biomes, which is quite a lot of trash when you think about it. I mean, that's like 50 water bottles. Trying to speedrun your conservation efforts. Tierzoo will also be donating to the cause, so I hope you'll join me. And until next time, good luck out there.
Nice. If it's still up, you guys should donate. I think it probably went. I think it actually did meet the fundraiser, but it just, yeah. I'm about to say, definitely donate if you haven't already. So yeah, talk to you guys in the next video. Also subscribe to the channel. Want to get 2,000 subscribers by my birthday, September 13th. Also, follow my Twitch channel. Subscribe if you want to, and yeah, it's gonna be linked in the description along with the original link to this video, and also you can recommend me videos in the comment section down below. And talk to you guys in the next video, and peace.